Well, because apparently I didn't have enough on my plate already today, a trailer for the second season of Picard dropped. Now, this is going to be kind of interesting for me to watch for a couple of reasons. The first is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it. I no longer have the means to watch Picard. I don't have Paramount Plus. I'm not going to get it just to watch Picard. I don't care about anything else that's on there. So there's a distinct possibility that I'm not going to end up seeing this, at least not anytime soon. And even if I do, that it's probably not going to be for a while. It's not going to be as it airs. And the other thing is that I am finding my memories of the first season of Picard fairly spotty. Like, I remember other characters who showed up. I remember the guy who like had all the different hologram versions of himself on the ship. I remember the stuff with Data. And the whole thing of Data's kids, which, like, okay. I remember the closing scene with Data and Picard. That was beautiful. Loved that. But, like, the meat and core of the story, the Borg were there. 7 of 9 showed up. So did Hugh. But, like, the connective tissue between all these has kind of from my brain. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means that it didn't, at least for me, like, borrow in and be like, ooh, something I'm going to keep thinking about. So the memories have started to fade. And that can happen, and that's fine. It does make me wonder, like, how much I'm going to get out of this trailer, because I don't know how much is going to call back or depend on me knowing or remembering what happened in the previous season, because it's not a ton. We'll see. Let's take a look at the trailer for Picard Season 2.
Laris? Laris?
Okay.
Laris!
Back on the vineyard.
What the hell is happening here?
Excellent question, Jean-Luc.
Of course.
Oh dear, you're a bit older than I imagined.
That's it.
Capitaine, how I've missed you.
Oh!
Q.
Okay, that made me way happier than it
My
should have.
friend, to the very end of the road not taken.
Time has been broken.
We can save the future, and I will get us home together.
Okay. What we got here? That's 7. I don't know what that symbol is. What? Are we gonna... What was that? Was that hinting at, like, her Borgness coming? Or was, like, the thing that the Borg bits were... I can't remember how much Borg implants she still had when she appeared the first season. So maybe that's what I was supposed to catch and didn't. That's kind of what I was talking about. But obviously you saw the size of my grin when Q showed up because... Okay, I love Q. I love John Delancey as Q. His presence is a big part of why I think Star Wars The Next Generation has one of the greatest series finales in modern television. I don't even know how modern it is now. In my lifetime's television. Let's go with that. I think he is wonderful in seeing just that energy flow through him and that, Mon Capitaine, I've missed you. Like, oh, yes, more. Gimme. That said, little teases we're getting about what might be going on, what might be the plot. This idea of there's some kind of fracture, time is broken, with Hugh saying the road not taken might indicate we're either in or will end up dealing with some kind of variant timeline, which is something I'm like, I like time travel. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, but in general, something I'm kind of burning out on, not because it's getting done badly, but it's getting done a lot. Because between Doctor Who and Legends of Tomorrow and now Loki and now Picard looking like it's going in kind of a same general direction, I'm getting Save the Timeline storyline overload right now. And that bums me out a little bit. Now, like, if you're going to do that, Q's the person you do it with. Makes total sense, especially because sort of messing with time was what he did the last time we saw him encounter Picard in that finale for Star Trek The Next Generation. Or at least that was the last time I saw him. Like, I don't maybe like weird ancillary stuff or a one-off or a video game or something they met again or a novel. I don't know. I don't care. If you do, that's great. I don't. But if you're going to do that, you kind of need Q to do it. So, like, it's a decent pairing of him to a scenario and a situation and a set of stakes, but I just, I mean, to be fair, Picard probably didn't realize that Loki was going to be coming out around the time this trailer was going to drop and was going to be doing something at least surface level first impressions feels similar in terms of protecting the timeline kind of thing. So, like, they didn't have a way of knowing that, so it's not really their fault. It's not the fault of this show or the creators or the writers or anybody that I'm feeling a little about this this premise, I guess, and it's fine. The only thing that really got me pumped was Q. The rest of it was like, okay, fine. Like, and I saw some of the characters that we saw before. Like, I mentioned the guy with the ship with the holograms. Like, I saw him. Cool. Like him. And I like 7 of 9. Like I said, I obviously don't remember enough about how she looked in season 1 to know if I caught what I was supposed to catch. And even if I did, why I didn't pick up on it initially. I don't know. And, like, it makes me nervous for the continuity of Star Trek if they're going to start messing with time. Because, look, Star Trek continuity, any long-running continuity is messy. They're all messy. Star Wars is messy, Marvel's messy, both the comics, well, especially the comics and the MCU, it's a little messy. Doctor Who's a disaster. You know, anything that's been going on for long enough, it's going to have a little bit of a messy timeline, a little bit of a messy continuity. But Star Trek, relatively, compared to others, has been able to keep things fairly clean, especially if you don't count the reboot. Now, I say that knowing that there's some kind of time travel chicanery going on with Discovery, but I still haven't gotten around to watching Discovery. So I don't know enough about that. So maybe this is just in keeping to stuff they've already started doing. I don't know. But it does make me nervous about overcomplicating the continuity, because one of the things that was nice just on principle about the first season of Picard was that because it took place later, further down the timeline than anything else that had happened for a long flippin' time, it freed it up to not be tied down by all this other stuff that was supposed to already have happened or was supposed to happen later and being restricted or restrained by that or ignoring it and causing continuity problems up the wazoo. Which some franchises you can get away with that. With some, the fan base is very picky about that. And Star Trek fans tend to be a little bit more picky. So the idea of taking something that felt freeing because it simply was taking place later and had fewer restrictions on it, now starting to dabble potentially in time chicanery and timelines, and possibly finding out that this is an alternate timeline that hasn't really been happening or wasn't supposed to happen, or who knows. Just going down that road inherently, along with the sort of save the timeline story burnout that I'm suffering right now, makes me a little bit less interested. Like, right now, my driving interest in this is Q. I want to see John Delancey as Q. And, like, despite the fact that he's clearly older, he's, all of his facial hair and the hair on his head, it's all white. He's a different looking guy, but he slipped back into that like a glove. That would, like, and I've seen John Delancey in other stuff. So it's not like I just see John Delancey and I think, oh, he's Q. Like, I've seen him perform. I know he's an actor. He performs. He brings a different energy to different things. But he was Q immediately as soon as I saw him. And that is by far what I'm most excited about. I'm still not going to get Paramount Plus to watch it. So who the heck knows when or how or if I'll ever get around to this thing. But that's what got me excited about it. What did you think of this trailer? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Like, share, subscribe. I have a Patreon, link in the description. That is how I pay my bills, perks at every tier. If you're not able to do that, don't sweat it. The usual stuff, the other stuff I mentioned, the likes and shares and subscribes, they help me out as well. But you don't even have to do that. We take a relaxed attitude around here, so just come on back next time you need a break.